Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 24 of this 30-day Living an Authentic Life Challenge. We are going to have a conversation about legacy because legacy is never created alone. Good leaders know how to delegate and support those around them because someone somewhere is watching what you do, and someone somewhere is hearing what you say, and all of that is going to be passed along. Legacy can take on many forms, but at the end of the day, it's simply passing something on. But too many times we don't pay enough attention to what we're passing on. Sometimes legacy has been referred to as traditions, estates, gifts, but you can also pass on something else: spirituality, emotions, skill sets. Every day, we're creating legacy. So what are you passing on? Are you really mindful of the things that you are passing on to those around you? What helped me be more conscious about what I was passing on was having children. They have a way of really showing you. Children just naturally mimic those around them. And if you aren't doing something right, somewhere at some point, and it will be the most inopportune time, they will mimic it or they will repeat it. And then you'll want to have to try to cover that up. I didn't want to have to be the parent that was do as I say and not as I do. So I did the thing that I wanted my children to do. Now, granted, y'all, sometimes that wasn't easy because I got married at 21 and I had my first child at 21. And with that moment in time for me, I still wanted to do some things. I still wanted to hang out some places. I still wanted to do the early 20-year-old elements. But no. I decided I wanted to be grown and get married and have babies. And then at 2 years old, when my son decided, because I was still working through some emotional stuff, had not yet learned how to curb my tongue, he was up in his room, y'all, yelling at his toys. Why? Because there was a legacy that was passed on that I had not yet paid enough attention to. You see, I was grown and raised in a household that I call loud and proud. My grandmother was really good at disciplining. When you heard me, everybody heard me. And it was something that I was just used to because it was familiar. But I had no idea it was a piece of me that I picked up, an unfortunate legacy that she passed on. I had to make a decision. What was being passed on, and did I still want it to continue? So for this 24th day, we just left Thanksgiving for those of you that have been celebrating it. Spent time with family, friends, and loved ones. Were there some characteristics that you saw that you may have noticed or been revisited in that you hadn't remembered for a while that you stepped back into? That legacy that is still passing on. What does that look like? Is it something that you want? Were there traditions that you experienced, that you desire, that you want? There are some traditions that have taken place in my family that I miss. And I want to figure out how to continue that legacy. But there was some emotional undercurrents as well that I picked up. That I made a decision when I saw my 2-year-old at the time displaying bad behavior. I had to make some choices. So I decided to analyze the legacy that I received and the legacy that I was passing on. So day 24, I want you to analyze your legacy. What are you passing on? What have you received? My children are now grown, and I appreciate the fact that my sons can say, that's not what my mother does. If they hear something that is not congruent with my being, because I have learned to be authentic in who I am, and who you are at the core of your being will rub people some kind of way sometimes. But if you are true to you, authentic in how you choose to be, both personally and professionally, when you show up, it will be fine. And when your name is called and things are told about you, your character will be revealed in your legacy. Because even though they're still grown, I have still decided that there are certain places I won't go, certain things I won't do, because it's not congruent to what I want as a legacy. Look at yours and make decisions. And I'm hoping that this conversation about this, day 24, their legacy, and this 30-day Living an Authentic Life Challenge supports you. And if you are not yet in with me, we are almost at the end of the month, y'all. I encourage you, there's still time. Go to my website, TanyaEHood.com. There you can quickly see how to register and join me, because this is just a snippet, but we're going to talk a little bit more and go a little bit deeper about the legacy that is being passed on, about the legacy that is being shared with others, about the legacy that you want to lay as a firm foundation. In the meantime, this is Tanya E. Hood, walking in my purpose, and I want you to do the same.